How's it going, Guardians? Shifty here, and today I'm back with another solo Grandmaster run of the Lake of Shadows Nightfall. In this video I'm going to be running a Titan using Thundercrash and Cuirass of the Falling Star. Now if you haven't already checked them out, I do have a solo run of this Grandmaster Nightfall on a Warlock and a Hunter. Both of those have been done this season and they're up on my channel already. Before I get into my loadout here, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you want to see more solo content like this, including dungeons, guides, and lost sectors, make sure to subscribe to my channel as well. Anyway, moving on to my loadout. So as I already mentioned, I am using Thundercrash on a Titan, and I'm pairing that with Cuirass of the Falling Star. Then for my weapons, I'm using Witherhoard in my kinetic slot. Then I have the Wolf Tone Draw Bow with Dragonfly and Shoot to Loot. Now Shoot to Loot is going to be incredibly important because I'm going to be up in a cheese spot during the boss fight, and I'm going to be using this bow to gather ammo from the ground. Then in my heavy weapon slot I have the Corsair's Wrath Solar Linear Fusion Rifle, and this is primarily going to be for boss damage as well as damage to champions. And finally, for my armor mods, I'll just quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. Alright, and that is it for my loadout in this one. For this run, I do include live commentary to explain my strategy along the way. There will also be timestamps if you want to skip to a particular part of the strike. With that said, let's jump right into it. Alright, so right at the beginning here, we of course have to make our way through a public area. I got lucky and found a rally flag there, so I'm going to get my full super. And once we get to the first area of the strike here, I want to prioritize the Centurions. Since I do have my super, I'm going to go ahead and use that to take out that group of Centurions, and then take out the Scions there. Now all I have left is this unstoppable champion. We're going to try to lure it out here. Let's try to wait for another stun before it gets back into the bubble there. And it didn't work out. So we're going to have to lure it out once again. And it is finishable, so we'll wait till it gets over here, if it does. And we're going to go for the finish. And as usual, we're going to go ahead and leave this first Blight up. That way we can avoid fighting a ton of enemies, including some Overload champions and Solar Shielded captains, as well as some Taken goblins. First order of business here, I'm going to try to lure in these unstoppable champions. Looks like I have one coming my way. Perfect. Back away here. Go for the stun. Couple linear fusion rifle shots. I don't want to use too many because I need to conserve some ammo. It is finishable, so I'm going to try to lure it over here or let my Witherhoard kill it, whichever comes first. And one more unstoppable. Got Witherhoard on it. I'm going to back away now. Stun it. Get a couple linear fusion rifle shots off there. I even got to re-Witherhoard it. If I can get one more stun in, I might be able to take care of it. And that was bad. That was very bad. And it should be finishable now. It would be ideal if I got some heavy ammo, otherwise I'm going to have to deal with some unstoppable champions in the next area without heavy ammo. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy this Blight. This won't actually spawn any additional enemies. However, as you can see, I only have about 5 heavy shots.
The taken fog cleared up as soon as the blight went down.
If the blights can be killed, then perhaps their infection can be reversed.
Try to lure one of these unstoppables out here. And I'm going to go ahead and get a stun here. Free Witherhoard, grenade, and I'm going to use my bow here instead of another linear fusion rifle shot. Thankfully that was enough to get it about half dead there. Free Witherhoard. Stun. Re-Witherhoard. I think it is finishable. It is indeed. I'm going to use these trees to block it and then go for the finish. And unfortunately, I did not get any heavy ammo there. I'm going to go for one stun here. We will go for the back away technique. I didn't quite re-Witherhoard it. Again, didn't quite re-Witherhoard it there. Should get it there. And stun. And I'm going to go ahead and super. And I did thankfully get some more heavy ammo there. Next order of business is our friendly taken phalanx over here. And then I'm going to hop up on this third blight and melee this one to death. Making my way back to the first blight to finally destroy that. None of the enemies that usually would spawn when you destroy it will, since the other two blights are already down.
Whatever's behind us must be underground.
Now we can sparrow back to the end of the area. And when I get here, I'm going to head off to the left because there is a boss enemy and some overload champions we have to deal with before we can move on. So I'm going to go ahead and try to break that shield, get a Witherhoard shot on it, and watch for the Centurion orb here. Make sure to avoid my sparrow getting blown up. And there's a Centurion orb. Got some more Witherhoard on that boss enemy. As you can see, here's one overload champion. I'm going to use this corner to peek shoot it. After the next stun, I'm going to try to get some Witherhoard over there. Didn't get it on it, but got it under it. Second overload champion, just a little bit to the left there. Witherhoard aim is a bit off today. There we go. And now we can head on inside the dam. So I am using a bow with loot to shoot and dragonfly. If you didn't know, the dragonfly explosion can actually pick up the ammo that the enemy drops. and give it to you with loot to shoot, of course. I know there's going to be some taken thrall here. We'll go ahead and just preemptively Witherhoard there. Then we're going to have this captain. Didn't quite hit it with my Witherhoard as I would have hoped. May have to break its shield. And what was that about? Now I have to waste more ammo re-breaking its shield. That was silly. Either way, we took care of that captain. Gonna be some thrall down here. Of course, I'm gonna just Witherhoard those. Likewise down here, I'm just going to toss some Witherhoard. Might as well throw a grenade as well. Pretty much take care of everything but the captain. Hey, at least this captain's shield remained broken. No ammo back there. So we are going to have 2 unstoppable champions right out here. I'm going to try to lure one at a time. Got the attention of one of them, it seems. I had the unstoppable round and everything. Again. It wastes so much of my heavy ammo, which I don't have much of. I don't seem to be getting a ton of drops either, which is unfortunate. So we're going to lure the other one out here. And it's making its way in here. Didn't know if I wanted to really throw that grenade or not. Alright, now that those stubborn unstoppable champions are down, we can move on. Take out the sniper up top here. I'm going to go ahead and place Witherhoard right there for the phalanxes that appear there. Some scions off to the left here. And as you can see, my shoot to loot picked up that heavy ammo that spawned there. While the dragonfly explosion picked up that ammo for me. Again, it picked up some special ammo for me on that one. I'm gonna head off to the left here and look for any scions that may be hiding off over here. Not seeing any. So what I want to do next, I'm going to place some Witherhoard here because the scions may come out. I'm going to hop up here right on the ledge of this platform, and I'm going to go for this Overload Champion. I'm going to just peek shoot right on the back edge of this platform that I'm on. This will help me avoid the snipers in the distance as well as the Overload Champion over there. Alright, that overload is down. Now I can go ahead and try to take out these sniping vandals in the distance. Again, I'm going to kind of stick on the back of the platform here to avoid the lower overload champion. Should be one more vandal. And now I can go for this overload champion. I kind of peek shoot over the edge here because it can actually shoot me from this distance. I'm also being hit by a scion from my right, so I'm trying to be careful there as well. Almost got sniped. Alright, so there's going to be an unstoppable and an overload champion over there, and then we have the boss enemy in the distance. So I want to be careful with my ammo here. Looks like we have a sniping vandal up that I didn't realize. Okay. So what I want to do here, I'm not sure what I want to do here. Let's see if we can get this overload champion taken care of. I almost got sniped by it, but as you can see I can peek shoot it a little bit here. Just make sure you don't walk off the edge of the map like I'm probably going to do anyway. As you can see, I am just using my bow here. Primarily because I don't trust my ability to hit it with my Witherhoard or not waste a bunch of linear fusion rifle ammo here. Sometimes you do have the unstoppable on that outer edge. If that's the case, you can go ahead and use your linear fusion rifle if you want to. Some special ammo right behind me. I'm going to go ahead and try to get a Witherhoard shot on this and miss it. Either way, I'm going to stun it. Go for the Witherhoard anyway. That didn't work out as I'd hoped. Neither did that. So I'm going to go for the stun. And then the Witherhoard, I guess. Need to save some of my heavy ammo for the next unstoppable. As you can see here, we have somewhat of a mini boss enemy. Trying to get Witherhoard on it before I break its shield like that. And I'm just going to wait for it to die here. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and prioritize these Taken Thrall. Then I'm going to try to go for the Knight up here. That was a close one. So the Taken Knight is down, which is excellent. That is obviously pretty dangerous. As you can see, it was shooting fire and shooting its regular gunshots in here. Now I want to go for this unstoppable champion, hopefully. The bad thing about this loadout is you really have to try to conserve your heavy ammo, since you have to use it for unstoppable champions and solar shields. I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Wish it would have dropped me some heavy ammo there. As you can see, we do have another goblin shielding some enemies here. That was a close one. I'm going to head off to the left here and hopefully not die to the night fire, because it's already got a lock on me. The goblin is down at least. I hope I got that on the night. Just trying to keep this Overload champion subdued while I get an opportunity to shoot at the knight, hopefully. Alright, the knight should go down finally. And then the Overload champion shouldn't be as big of a deal. I'm actually less worried about the Overload champion than I was about the knight. Going up the stairs, so I want to try to hit it up before it starts healing. Every time it charges its attack, I try to get behind cover. You may have noticed that. There's going to be another solar shielded knight up here. I'm going to go ahead and break the shield. Alright, the knight is down, thankfully. And now time to take out a bunch of goblins that are off to the left in the next room. I'm not going to push into that room, though. Don't want to deal with the wizard that's in there quite yet. And I got a bunch of heavy ammo there. Some of it got picked up by the dragonfly explosion and some of it did not, as you can see. But if I want to pick that up, and just like that, I picked it up. Already full on special ammo, so I didn't need to pick that up. So I think all the goblins are down. If not, I can take them out when I get in here, but I'm going to rush up forward right to here. I'm going to try to get a Witherhoard shot on this wizard and completely fail that. So I do have a plan with this wizard. Not working out too well. And it's going to heal his shield, just like that. If I could just get a Witherhoard shot on it. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and super it. May seem like a waste of a super, but I don't have any void damage, so I feel like it was worth it. I'm going to go ahead and use Witherhoard here. There's a ton of taken thrall. Likewise, I'm going to go up here and toss him in the middle of the room and wait for the overload champion that peeks out right there. Didn't hit it with my Witherhoard, but I did get it underneath again. I'm going to apply the peek shoot tactic. Try Witherhoard again and fail. Much better shot. Take out this ravenous taken goblin. No ammo here. So unfortunately the taken hobgoblin is up to the right. That's kind of my least favorite spot. I'm going to try to lure it out here. That was... I feel like that shot should not have hit that goblin. There we go. Now hopefully I don't get sniped. And did it go off to the left? It did. Now I should be able to take it out, hopefully. That one was being a bit of a pain, so I decided to finish it. It was a bit risky, considering there's this overload up here. But it was just moving around so much. I'm going to try to get a Witherhoard shot on this. I don't know how well I'm going to hit it. And I hit it much better than I've hit other overload champions. And now we can finally move on to the boss fight. Alright, so... Alright, so I'm going to wait for the Solar Shielded Knight to make its way out here. First of all, I'm going to Witherhoard it, then break the shield. And I'll let Witherhoard do its job. Then we'll just kind of lure out these Brawl. Hop up on top of the Blight. And when I'm ready to start the boss fight, I'm going to go ahead and do so. I will be using the cheese spot that I used in my Hunter video. So to do so, I need to hop up on here. And I need to hop up here. And up onto this little ledge. And for my Titan, I'm going to go ahead and super. That is by far the easiest way to get over here on a Titan. And from up here, you're relatively safe to take out this boss. You can go to various locations up here, and you can usually fire at the boss. There's only going to be a couple of enemies throughout this entire boss fight that we have to worry about, and those are going to be 2 Taken Knights. They kind of appear right below this area, and they will shoot fire on your location, so it's not ideal. And there's one of them right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop over here to the left, put a Witherhoard shot down there, hop on over here to the right, hop up and break its shield, and then re-Witherhoard that spot. And hopefully that's enough to take it out. And if you do get hit by fire like I just did, you have to run immediately, otherwise you're going to die. And so that is the first of 2 Taken Knights that we have to take out in order to avoid their fire attacks. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit more heavy here on the boss. Or at least the next knight is going to accompany this set of enemies that spawned. You can hear it shooting right now. Lucky for me, it was in the middle of the room. Sometimes it ends up right below where we're at, and then you kind of have to jump on the ledge to get it. Like I said, lucky for me. And I picked up that heavy ammo with my shoot to loot. Excellent for boss damage. And there's some more heavy ammo there. Have to be careful trying to get that heavy ammo though. That was a perfect shot. So one of the boss's tethers did manage to hit me while I was standing here, which isn't a big deal. Still didn't get that heavy ammo. I do hear another knight. Looks like we do have another knight right below us. During my hunter run, I didn't have to worry about a second knight that spawned right there. And try to clear out some of these scions before I decide to go for that knight. As you can see, it was doing its fire attack there. I really didn't want to deal with that. That should be enough to take it out. Then I might be able to go ahead and grab some ammo here. Alright, we can resume damaging the boss, I think. Some Witherhoard ammo. More Witherhoard ammo. I could probably go ahead and use my super at some point here, but that is also going to be a bit of a risky move. Might as well grab some more Witherhoard here. I think at this point it's probably safe for me to go ahead and use my super. So I'm going to go ahead and do so. And there we are. The boss is down. And that is a platinum completion of the Grandmaster Lake of Shadows Nightfall solo on a Titan in Season of the Lost. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.